So, Simpsons episode 39, Bart the Murderer. Murderer.
A pre-Sopranos look at the life of a gangster.
And the life of a gangster. Taking elements from the popular film at the time, Goodfellas.
Oh yeah.
It's you probably haven't seen it now, but at the time it was quite big. Yes. So do you want to briefly explain the events of Bart the Murderer?
Of course. So Bart is having a awful day. None of this seems to be going right. Down on his luck.
Yeah.
He's going to the school's going to the chocolate factory for the day.
Yeah.
Bart can't wait to go, but for a series of events, he forgets his permission slip. He cannot make it, and he's having a rubbish day. So he's forced by Skinner to lick envelopes.
Yeah.
And after that tedium, he ends up in the den of mobsters by accidentally falling into their alleyway. And after some tense scenes, Bart ends up becoming the bartender for the gentleman's club.
Yeah.
And this is headed up by Fat Tony and Joe Mantegna's debut of the character.
Yes. Bart is late one day because Principal Skinner makes him stay after.
Yep.
They go and have a word with Principal Skinner. Then he goes missing. Everyone thinks Bart did it, and then it turns out Skinner fell. A bunch of newspapers fell on Skinner, and everyone's happy in the end, and the status quo is resolved.
Yay.
The end. This episode, I remember nothing about it.
Oh yeah, I remember some quite clearly. I was shocked that this was like this early in the run. I didn't realise that Fat Tony was such like an old character.
Yeah.
And his little mobsters.
Yes, I can't remember him being in many early ones. The one I mainly remember is Married to the Mob.
Oh yeah.
With Luke Beer, Jedi Tonight. You know that one?
Yeah.
That one is actually pretty. Is that a later one?
That's a later one. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one.
That's not how you wing.
Yeah, that and I'm seeing double. Two Krusties.
Oh yeah.
Those are what I think of with the mob characters. But
I think this is the best mob one we did.
No, it's nowhere near as good as. Oh, I suppose that's not a mob one. It's the best one where they're main ones, but it's nowhere near as good as Homer the Clown.
Nah, it's about equal, I think. I think it's the best one they've done. No, I stand by. I still think it's the best one they've done with the mobster characters because the joke is now states welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Joe Mantegna as Fat Tony. He's always great, but there's only so much you can do.
Well, he's awful in it now. Like,
yeah,
they just wheel him out to do terrible, sort of the same gangster jokes every time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right. He's an inherently limited character.
Yeah.
He's just a joke on gangster cliches.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's only so many times you could do that, and I think they do just enough in this episode.
Yeah. And
I think after that it's a bit. I really like the episodes, but you kind of know what jokes to expect.
Yes. Also, but they relate it back to Bart every time.
Yeah.
Yes. And it's got a lot of really good details. The best one of which is right at the end when the Godfather music plays, and he's like, "Crime doesn't pay." And it's the music from it's the Godfather. It's right at the end, isn't it? Where he's it's the music from right at the end of the Godfather, isn't it?
I don't think it's the same music, but it's very similar.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to. They probably didn't have to pay rights.
I want to evoke the film.
Yeah.
It's a far cry from a newer episode where Fat Tony's kid's in it, and they just directly do the scene from The Godfather. It's like, don't type about my business, Kay. And he does the thing where it shuts and ends there. Yeah. We don't go as far as that. The references are really subtle.
Yes.
In this one, it's good spoofing because you can watch it and get laughs out of it and never have seen the gangster film.
No.
You don't need to have seen The Godfather to find it funny.
No.
While that joke at the end of episode of Simpsons I just mentioned, you need to have seen The Godfather to know why it's funny.
And even then, it's not a spin on it at all. It's just the thing, innit?
Yeah, I hate reference jokes.
Yes.
It's like, it's funny because you recognise it.
Well, it's the lowest form of joke, innit? Really.
That's why Family Guy is god awful.
Yeah. And it follows a standard sort of 3-act structure really well in this. It's got first act where Bart's down on his luck. And
I love the little details. I love the whole thing with Principal's Skinner so lame.
Yeah.
That's what this episode establishes really well. Like, he makes Bart lick envelopes.
Yeah.
And there's really fun little details where his tongue's all like dry and he's got like ulcers on it. It's like can I go? Oh, what's bad? Can I go now? Well, there's a minute left of school time. Oh, go home 1 minute early. Why not? Don't let your teachers know and I'll let you go early.
Yes, he's brilliant in this.
He's really funny. Yeah.
His end monologue where he's like,
that's amazing.
Talking about what happened is easily the highlight of the episode. It's hilarious.
We'll get to that.
Yes, but it's sort of a standard thing. Like The Simpsons does it pretty much in every episode now, more than even they did then. Where it's like there's one event and that leads to the next, and there's sort of no way that like it shouldn't make logical sense. He's having an awful day, and then he's in the mob.
Yeah.
Like in one now, I don't know, like he'd get hit with the car by them, and then they'd get out, and they'd be like, and that'd be it. It wouldn't go to the cleverness of even making him fall.
That's it.
And then they think he's lucky, and they make him do this and that.
Yeah.
You know, all this building connecting tissue instead of just like get him, and then you're our crew now.
Oh, I guess we're in a gangster episode.
Yes.
I guess.
The gangster stuff feels like a natural part of the world. Like it feels in this episode like you're discovering a new part
That's
of
it, like a seedy underbelly.
Yes.
Yeah, to a suburban town. Yeah, it's really cool. I love all the. I think the shots are really great. I think the composition of the scenes is really great.
Yeah.
You know, like all the backlighting, the low lit lights and the shadows. It's very Godfather-y.
It is.
There's some really great shots. Like I love the one where like. It's just where like one of the crime bosses like comes to Fat Tony's establishment to drink this Manhattan because it's the best in Springfield, and I think the shot when he spits it out and then they all get up from the table and it's like the martini glass is in the foreground and then Fat Tony's right in the background. It's like Fat Tony's all his open dreams are put on this big event.
Yeah,
Manhattan has been disappointed by it. Now he feels like a little man.
Yes.
Very clever composition of shots.
Brilliant.
Better than anything in season 1.
Yeah.
That one scene.
That one scene, yeah. It's so much thought and effort's going into it. I love as well the dream sequence in
Oh,
this,
that's really good, yeah.
where it's like, so basically where Bart thinks he's going to be sent to death row, and then he sort of imagines what would happen to him on there, and it's really well done. You know it's a dream because the colours are different, and everything feels slightly off.
You killed me, Bart.
Exactly.
Like all the weird ways that Skinner could have died, like being drowned or put in a fridge or whatever. So really good stuff.
It is. I mean, this episode is just solid throughout. It's not one that has the most to sort of talk about because it is mainly a sort of just It's really weird because it's not. I don't think it's the funniest one, and it's not the deepest one or anything.
No.
It's not like Lisa's Substitute or Homer's Mother one or the ones about their marriage where you can talk about that. It's just sort of. But it's so well written and sort of, it is like a thriller, and it is quite thrilling to sort of see how he's going to get, because I couldn't remember this. I was genuinely interested to see where it was going.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the best directed ones so far.
I think so, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. I like all the trial stuff as well.
Yeah.
That's all really fun. Where Homer's like, can't you see your boy be the head of a crime syndicate? Well, not the head. Oh, it's true. It's all there.
Yes.
Why couldn't I see it before?
I love Lionel Hutz.
Oh,
back as well.
Yeah, Lionel Hutz is back, yeah.
Yes.
So do I still get paid for this?
They get him right this episode. Like there was that episode in season 2 where he was introduced, where Bart gets hit by a car.
Oh yeah.
I think they pushed him too far into sort of being mean spirited.
Yeah.
But now he's just incompetent, and it's great.
He's
He's just incompetent and can't do anything, but he gets some killer lines, and he's perfectly played by Phil Hartman.
Yeah.
Brilliant episode. What would you give this out of 10?
9.
I'm going to say 9.
Yeah.
I think it's like very close to being a 10. It's solid throughout. There's no problems with it at all, really.
How amazing is season 3?
It is. It's really, really good.
It's just been boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
They're hitting them hard.
Yeah, they are hitting them hard. They know exactly what they're doing now, and it feels effortlessly
great.
So
good.
It does, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, another 9 actually. I think we've had the first one was a 10, and 3 9s.
Yeah.
It's been shaping up to be a really great. This is sort of the season I think where they found their own.
This is a golden age of this.
I think that the sort of the peak year is like 4 and 6.
Yeah, 4 through 6. Yeah,
yeah. This is just amazing season 12. Even great episode.
Yep.
Did everything it set out to do. Had some laughs. What more could you want?
Had some laughs along the way.
From The Simpsons. It utilised every character fairly well. You get some great Lisa stuff in the beginning.
Yeah.
And Homer stuff at the end. Not as much Marge as... but yeah, the ones who were in it were... everything was great.
It was great.
Perfect. Great episode of Simpsons.
Yeah.